Welcome back to the Ponca City Monthly podcast. I'm your host, Andy, and we're getting kind of close to Thanksgiving. And so we're sort of in the Thanksgiving, spirit. And, for me, Thanksgiving is all about food. So I thought for the holidays, it would be so much fun to bring our resident food critic in, Amy Guerin, who does the Food Crush. Amy, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm great. Are you ready for Thanksgiving? Are you in
Always feel every year like I'm as ready as I'm going to get. It's coming regardless, and it should not be a surprise to me. Sometimes it is. I mean, it falls at the same time every year, but sometimes it kind of hits me in the face. But yeah, I think I'm ready. I think I'm as ready as I'm going to get.
Cool. Do you have are you cooking this year? Do you travel? Because you travel a lot.
I do travel a lot, and actually I have found historically that traveling during Thanksgiving and works out really well for the pocketbook because it's not a holiday that's celebrated by other countries. So
Sure.
My late husband and I, we used to travel during Thanksgiving because it just worked out well. But not sure about traveling this year. I think we're going to be doing some cooking with the family and with the friends. So
Nice.
Really excited about that.
I know that for people like you, people like me must seem very weird. I hate traveling. I know it's the weirdest thing. When I get in a car, I just immediately get anxiety. And driving to an airport is just terrifying to me.
Well, it's not for everybody, and that's okay, you know? So if it's not for you, it's not for you.
Yeah, definitely. So holiday, we're talking about. So you do the Food Crush. Where did that come from? Because you did that before you came into Ponca City Monthly.
Yes.
So where did you start Food Crush from?
Well, I've always had an obsession with food since I was a child. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 12 years old. So I really started paying attention to food as far as learning about it and paying attention to how it affects your body, not necessarily to be healthy, but just so I could live as healthy as possible.
Yeah.
And from that just grew an obsession with learning about different kinds of food and experiencing it. And to tie in with the travel, I've found that food is the absolute best way for me to experience a culture. Even if it's somewhere like domestic, like New Orleans, sure, you're going to experience that through the food. Or if you go somewhere abroad, like Iceland, you're going to experience that through the food. So I've just really enjoyed it. I have a pretty big palate, so it's something I've always enjoyed. And I thought it would be fun to start a Instagram page just to chronicle all the different kinds of food I eat.
Yeah.
So that's where it came from.
I do think that one of the central parts of being a foodie is that you have to have a big palate. Because if you have a very small palate and you don't like a lot of vegetables or you don't like a lot of things, it's hard to be a foodie.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I find some of the best food things that I have found is when I just go into the restaurant and I just say, bring me food.
Absolutely.
And they, you can't do that with every chef. If your waiter is 10 and this is their first job, probably not. But if you get Flo, who has been there for 30 years and
she knows what's up.
Yeah, she knows. And they will sometimes bring you stuff that's not even on the menu.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So as far as food travel goes, where is your favorite place to go travel to and eat?
So I recently went to Iceland.
Saw that,
and shockingly, I was a little concerned. I wasn't sure how the food was going to be there because it's not a big food destination, but they have evolved a lot over the past couple decades. And I went to a restaurant, which is a Michelin-starred restaurant, which is not something that you get to do very often, or at least that I get to do very often. But it's complete tasting menu. You get whatever they're making. It was 17 courses, and it was phenomenal.
Wow.
It was all local food, local seafood. Everything was foraged locally. So it was quite a treat. That was one of the highlights for me.
So when you do a 17-course tasting, they're not huge portions, right? I mean, they're pretty small.
They're mostly 1 to 2 bites.
Yeah.
1 to 2 bites.
But you're getting 17 of them.
Yeah, you get 17 of them. So you don't leave hungry if it's done correctly. So, it was just, and it was really phenomenal to go to a place and, on one side of me, I had a group of people, a couple from Copenhagen who were there for that restaurant. On the other side of me, I had a family from Detroit, a mother and 2 sons. So it's really good to get to know people just even for a short period of time, and everyone seems to have a common love of food, which makes it really fun.
Yeah. So in all of your travels, have you discovered like a type of food that you just absolutely hate and won't eat?
So not a cuisine that I hate, but I do have two things that I do not like to eat. And number one is pickles.
Pickles.
And I catch a lot of slack for that because people don't understand it, and it's fine. You don't have to understand it. And the second one is chocolate.
Wow.
I know. I know. I do not love chocolate. And people have a very strong reaction to my non-love of chocolate. Almost like they get offended about it. And I'm like, I want you to eat chocolate. I want you to enjoy it. Just think of it as there's more for you, because I like to eat a lot and I'm not going to be eating your chocolate, but it's just not for me.
So in all of the things that I've eaten, and I don't know why, but I love to eat ethnic foods from, I guess because, I'm in Oklahoma. I don't travel a lot. So to me, eating different ethnic foods is how I can experience traveling all over the world, I have discovered that I cannot stand Creole cooking.
It's not for you. Are you a seafood guy?
I love seafood. And I'm also the type of person, if I don't like something, I'm not going to eat it just once to determine I don't like it. I will eat it for a lifetime. So I have eaten Creole food so much, but I can't stand the combination of spices. I don't know what it is. Just something about the spices they use to create that flavor.
It's very bold.
Yeah.
It's a very bold flavor. So I do think you have to really embrace the spices if you're going to love it. Now, I personally do love it. I mean, give me Creole food all day. I'll be happy with it.
Yeah, I don't know why that has always... we used to have a great place in Tulsa called S&J Oysters, and I would go there and everybody loved it. But I just could not stand it. But I ate there at least once a week.
Just to solidify, just to make sure. Like, let's make sure I still don't like it.
That was always the craziest thing, was I would take people to restaurants and they'd be like, what do you like here? And I'm like, I don't actually like this restaurant. But it's a fantastic environment and you need to experience it.
But it's great for everyone else.
Everyone else loves it. It's a 5-star restaurant. So interesting you were talking about a Michelin restaurant. I think that's interesting because, around, especially in Oklahoma, I don't think we have a lot of Michelin.
We have 0.
But something that I watch a lot on YouTube is like the Thailand street food.
Oh, yeah.
And like every one of them is like Michelin. And I'm like, so we can't get a restaurant in Oklahoma to be Michelin, but they have street vendors.
Oh, I know. It's shocking. And I really do like to see that process going that way, because historically, Michelin restaurants, Michelin starred restaurants have been places that only a few people in the grand scheme of things can afford to go eat there, which isn't fair to the rest of the public, in my opinion. So I've really enjoyed seeing some of the street food vendors, mostly internationally, but even there's some places in Mexico, where they're getting Michelin stars and recognition when you don't have to take out a second mortgage on your house to eat there. So that is really, really good to see. Yeah,
definitely so. So let's talk about, like we were talking, Thanksgiving is coming up here pretty quick.
Yes.
Do you have any weird Thanksgiving traditions, like food traditions?
Well, I don't know if it's weird, but me and my family and friends have kind of collectively decided, without even talking about it, I think, that we're going to focus more on intention over tradition. So for us, we love to cook. So the intention is to spend time with the people you love and to practice gratitude, but we enjoy that while we're cooking. That's not the case for everybody. Right. And that's okay. Yeah. I mean, I just really, really do not like to see people who get incredibly stressed out about the whole traditional part. I've got to get the turkey roasted and I've got to get the sweet potatoes done, when they're not enjoying the process. So if that's not a process you enjoy, then by all means, go order Chinese takeout or something. I'm a big fan of that. But my family and I have kind of decided we're going to try to cook different things. So last year, my brother and I cooked lobster risotto.
Wow.
So we flew in lobster from Maine, had the fresh lobster, made risotto. It was good. You could tell it's not something we were practiced on very well, but the whole experience was really fun. So
I worked with a chef, and her specialty was risotto. So I got to learn how to make risotto from like a really good chef. And so that's about, when I don't make it very often because to me it's so much work.
It is.
You just can't stop.
You have to be very patient with it and just attend to it the whole time. So it's very high maintenance.
So yeah, wow, lobster risotto.
Yeah.
I can imagine that took a bit of effort. And then you had to fly it in. Did they fly it here to Ponca City?
They did. Wow. Yeah. Flew it into Ponca City. So it's not something we're going to do all the time by any stretch, but it was fun for an occasion.
It's a holiday.
Yeah, it was holiday. Fun. So something different.
So did that take the place of the turkey, or like that was the whole?
That was our main meal. We didn't even do turkey. So, but some things that are fun with turkey that we've done in the past is like chicken fried turkey. Like instead of chicken fried chicken,
okay,
you can do chicken fried turkey
with like the cutlets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean that makes it kind of different and fun. We've done like a dirty rice with turkey instead of chicken before. So
yeah,
I've found that any kind of recipe that calls for chicken, you can substitute turkey if you want. If the big roast turkey cranberry sauce stuffing isn't your deal.
As I've reached my advanced ages, when you start out, and again, I think we share that we love to cook. So, saying that I started cooking turkeys when I was in my teens is not that big of a deal. But, as you progress through life, and it's like, oh, we've baked a turkey for like 10 years. Let's try something new. So I think I have fried it, fricasseed it. I have done just about everything you can do with a turkey.
Yeah. And there's only so much you can do when you're doing a whole turkey.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And my favorite part about the turkey is the turkey sandwiches the next day. That's the only thing I miss when I don't do a roast turkey. So,
because I know there was one year we did turkey lasagna. We did
fun.
Turkey enchiladas. One year. We've done different things to try to change it up, but we always, go back to just being boring old turkey people.
There is something to be said about tradition, in my opinion, but it's okay to switch it up too. I'm a big fan of that.
In my mid-20s, and that was like in the early 2000s. I don't know what it was, but in the 90s, I don't know, turduckens were like the biggest thing.
It's new.
And so, like me being young and stupid, I thought I really want a turducken. Like I just want to have it. It seemed like something that rich people had, and so I wanted to try it so bad. I don't know what in my head I thought it was going to be, but what it was not. I don't like because it's a chicken stuffed inside of a duck, stuffed inside of a turkey.
Yes.
I thought they would take a little chicken, stuff it inside of a medium-sized duck, and then shove that into a turkey. That's just what I thought was going to happen. And you have to order these things, like they ship them to you. And so when I unpackaged it, I didn't realize they debone the entire thing. And then they roll it, and then they sewed it up. So when I opened it up, all I could think of was like, this looks like Frankenstein. How am I going to serve? And because it was such a special thing, I invited everybody I knew to come and have turducken, because how often do you get to do that?
Oh, right.
And it was such a cluster. I was so mortified just by the look of it, because it was all just trussed up, sewn together into all these little different pieces, and
but memorable.
Sure.
Look at that. You're still telling the story today. So. And
about halfway through dinner, my roommate knocked the thing into the floor, so my dog got to eat most of it. So they were thrilled.
Great Thanksgiving for the puppies.
Absolutely. They had the best time. So let's talk about sides. Do you have specific sides that because the turkey is big. That's a big thing.
Sure.
Somebody important has to make that.
Sure.
Everybody makes sides.
Yeah.
What are your go-to easy sides that anybody can make?
So one side that I love a potato. Mm-hmm. Just give me all the potatoes.
Mashed, baked.
All of them. Yeah. French fries. Just give them all to me. But mashed potatoes are great. And I kind of feel like, I'm going to eat mashed potatoes all day, every day. So, but an option as far as doing something other than a mashed potato that's a little bit different and kind of fun is to make these crispy smashed potatoes. Like I really like to make these. So you just, boil potatoes, smaller potatoes whole, like you would if you were making mashed potatoes, drain them, pull them out, put them on a baking sheet, smash them with a cup, like you take a glass and just smash them down till they're about half inch thick. Drizzle them with olive oil and salt and pepper. Pop them in the oven for 25-30 minutes, and they'll get real crispy around the edges. And then when they come out, I usually just take some butter. I've made an herb butter. You just put butter in a saucepan and put rosemary, thyme, garlic, lots of garlic. I love the garlic.
Yeah.
Or whatever kind of herbs you want in there. And then when those come out, just brush it on top and serve them. So it's kind of a different alternative than mashed potatoes that you get all the time.
Yeah.
And it's super easy. I mean, it really doesn't require a ton of effort.
And not a whole lot more dishes than what you would for regular mashed potatoes.
And it's really fun if you have kids to get them involved to help smash the potatoes. You know, that's not something that most people do every day. So yeah, it makes it fun.
So this can also be a very controversial subject. Ooh. In my house it is, because we have very different ways of preparing macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
Tell me your process.
So I do love macaroni and cheese, but I am particular about it because it's so easy to overcook the noodles and then it's mushy. But I like to do my macaroni and cheese in the oven with a crumb topping.
Okay.
I mean, that's how I like to do it. And it comes out piping hot and you've got a little bit of texture from the breadcrumbs on top. And it's just, I mean, it's my go-to. I love it. Yeah.
And I think that is probably how most, people make it. And I think it's because I'm a 90s kid. Velveeta. If it's not, doesn't
there's something to be said for Velveeta. It wouldn't be around this long and it wouldn't have this staying power if there wasn't something to it.
Yeah. And I don't care. Like, I have had some of the most fanciest macaroni and cheese in my life, but every time I eat it, I'm just like, I don't like this. Like, to me, it's just not the same as creamy Velveeta.
Well, and you can throw like some Velveeta chunks in when you put it in the oven, and it's good because it melts so well. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, the making the bechamel and I've gone all that route.
Yes.
On the fancy cheeses.
Yep.
Every time I'm just like, this is just how I like it.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong at all.
But yeah, I think macaroni and cheese, maybe mashed potatoes are some of the more controversial. Like,
sure.
Are you a green bean casserole?
I am.
You do? Okay.
I love a green bean casserole. And I'll tell you, last year in Oklahoma City, there's a pizza restaurant, and they, for Thanksgiving, made a green bean casserole pizza, which sounds ridiculous, but it was, if you love green bean casserole, it was phenomenal. And they only had it for a couple weeks. And I'm really hoping they do it again. So if they do, I'll make sure and post about it. I haven't heard yet, but I'm hoping they do because it was a really fun twist on green bean casserole.
Nice. So another popular dish, dressing or stuffing, depending on how you prepare it.
Yes.
Do you have any fun dressing, stuffing?
So I'm not great at it. Okay. I'm not great at making it. My dad made a fantastic dressing, but I think it was pretty simple. But the problem was it was all like up here, and he didn't leave any of that. So my brothers have tried to recreate it, and they've gotten much closer at it than I have. But, he baked it in the oven. It had all the broth in it. It had all the vegetables in it. It was just always so good. It didn't look great when it came out of the oven, honestly, but it tasted fantastic. So I'm just not that great at it, but I do love it.
So, like the whole cutting up bread and going that route like thing, or like I'm a stovetop? Yeah,
he would actually buy the stovetop and just use the bread part of it. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then doctor it up. But he didn't tell us what all he was doing when he doctored it up. I mean, so we've had to try to recreate it from memory, and I am failing at that, but we're working on it. Dressing is hard. Stuffing or dressing, however do you like make the determination? I call it all stuffing, though I know technically if you don't stuff it in the bird, it's not stuffing. Yeah. But yeah, to me, it's all the same. Yeah, it is all the same. I call it dressing, but I think, potato. Preston's family did oyster dressing, which I had never heard of. Yeah. But apparently, because they're from Kansas, and apparently that was a Kansas thing, like oyster dressing. But, I was looking and getting ready for this conversation. I was looking at Southern Living, like their top, most of it was all pretty normal stuff. Sure. Yams, green bean casserole. But again, their top thing was oyster dressing. And I'm like, I don't even like oysters so much, but okay, that could be fun. It's funny to me what items like ingredients like an oyster Or an ingredient I use in my house in lots of recipes is anchovy paste. Like people think they don't like anchovies, but surprise, they do when they don't know what's in there. It just gives such an umami flavor to everything and just elevates it a little bit. So, I mean, I think that's probably where the oyster dressing stuffing might have originally come from. It just gives it something you can't quite put your finger on, but it tastes really good. So you just keep going back for more. But yeah, that's pretty fun.
Do you have, are you a yams, candied yams?
I am not a candied yams person.
Not a candied yams?
No, like I will tear up a sweet potato as long as it doesn't have any brown sugar or marshmallows in it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just not for that flavor profile, just does not work for me with the sweet potatoes. And I understand that some people look forward to Thanksgiving every year for the candied yams and the big marshmallowy sweet potatoes, and power to you. I think that's great. And I can make them, but yeah, it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Again, to me, yams are kind of like the turkey. I think I've tried to make yams almost as many ways as you can possibly make them.
Sure.
I've done everything from your traditional yams to like Indian style.
Oh yeah.
Things like that. Yeah, we've pretty much done everything you can possibly do to it.
Yeah. Now, if I'm looking for a side that has a little bit of sweetness in it, a very good friend of mine, he makes, actually his dad's the first one that I had tasted it with, but he also makes them now and makes a Brussels sprouts with maple syrup and bacon in them. And that's, I mean, that's always a crowd pleaser.
Like, as you were talking in my head, I was processing like, okay, some other sides that maybe are not as popular, but could be Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
My go-to is to put them in, cut them up, put them in olive oil, and then drizzle them with balsamic vinegar, and then put them in the oven and just let them do their thing. And then when they come out, they're awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Brussels sprouts, you should definitely not sleep on Brussels sprouts.
Do not sleep on Brussels sprouts. And, not everybody, we were talking about green bean casserole, like not everybody loves that. I like to take fresh green beans and put them in a skillet and just kind of toast them up a little bit, and then serve them with like chili crisp and butter, that chili crisp that you can buy.
Yeah.
And it's just fantastic. So there are other options if you don't like the traditional sides that have historically been served at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Asparagus. Do you do much with asparagus?
I like asparagus. I don't cook it very often, but I do like asparagus. I think it has a great flavor and it complements a lot of different foods.
Asparagus, again, is one of those dishes that when I eat it, I really show my bougie side, because I cannot stand when they put the stalk on.
Oh, yeah.
I like the only part you eat is the tip. So
that's right.
Don't put the rest of that on.
What are you doing?
There are a few things that when I go out to eat or whenever I am served food that I just like I said, I don't know, I'm a little snobby. Okay. I love to cook. So I've been cooking for, forever. So, there isn't a lot that I haven't, tried or done. So yeah, like I said, I have developed some very bougie behaviors.
It's okay.
Just because.
I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
That's what makes eating food fun.
That's right. And there's no right or wrong answer on food. That's what I love about it. It's like art. It's just subjective. So whatever you like, and what you don't. And that's okay. So, it's just, and it's such a broad spectrum of experiences when it comes to food. So I'm more obsessed with it than I should be, to tell you the truth.
Do you do what kind of desserts? Do you do pies or?
So I love a pie. Okay. Big pie fan. I've had this conversation before. I do love pumpkin pie. I think it's delicious. I'm not sure why we only make it during Thanksgiving when pumpkin's available all year. Sure. I mean, come on, let's start a movement. Let's make pumpkin pie a regular thing.
Yeah.
But
because as soon as the first fall leaf hits, we start getting pumpkin everything else.
I know.
So
I'm like, we can. Pumpkin's available all the time. I also anything seasonal. So anything like apples are great this time of year. Pears are great this time of year. So any kind of seasonal ingredient, in my experience, shows to be a better outcome than something that isn't. So, but yeah, love the pies. Love to do like apple tarts or pear tarts. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Anything cinnamon, nutmeggy, vanilla. Like I'm here for all of that.
Have you ever done the thing where you just basically take the pear and just core it out and then bake the whole thing and then just put the stuff on that?
Yes.
I love that.
I love that very much. As a matter of fact, now that you mention that, I might be doing that in a couple weeks.
I surprisingly, I like pies, but I'm not like, I am not in love with pies. They're not my favorite.
Do you like a cream pie or a fruit pie better?
I really am indifferent on that. I think it's the crust. And I have tried, again, I've been lucky that I've gotten to work with a lot of chefs. And so, I've had all different chefs from my grandmother teaching me how to make pie crust whenever I was, young, to commercial chefs who have taught me to make like commercial grade pie crusts, to, like I said, bougie chefs that have taught me to make like really fancy stuff. But all of them just seem to be like, okay.
Yeah, I have another good friend who she is a fantastic baker, and she can just kill the pie crust, man.
Yeah.
I need to go take a lesson in pie crusting from her because she is really good.
It's a thing.
It is a thing, and it's not necessarily for this time of year, but she makes a strawberry rhubarb pie that is like rhubarb. Out of this world. So shout out to Holly. Good job. So good.
I think this is always important for me to express to younger people that sometimes Thanksgiving dinner doesn't always work out the way we want it to.
That's correct.
Have you ever had a disastrous situation?
We have made turkey before that comes out, and it's not like, in Christmas Vacation when they cut the turkey and it's all like just smoke. It wasn't like that, but it comes out tough or it comes out rough, and you just have to roll with it. I mean, in my opinion, you just have to laugh about it and roll with it and say, hey, we're just going to have a sides Thanksgiving today. You know what I mean? And it's fine. But I can't think of anything in particular where it was completely like mortifying or anything. So we did Cornish game hens one year and cooked those too long, and that was not pleasant. It was basically, we ate gravy with a little bit of Cornish game hen, but then we tried it again a little while after that and nailed it. So I mean, it does take trial and error. So I would recommend, if it's not something you've cooked before and making sure that it's perfect is important to you, maybe do a trial run ahead of time.
I agree 100% on doing trial runs.
Yeah.
I would say that with a Cornish game hen, your area of where you can mess it up is a lot smaller because
it's very small,
tiny bird with very little meat on it.
Yes. Yeah. You've got like a short window there where it's like good and when it's not. So
like, I feel like with a turkey, you've got an hour.
Yeah.
As long as you get it within an hour, you'll be okay.
Bird.
But
there's a lot going on there.
Yeah. Chicken, 30 minutes.
Yep.
Cornish hen, like 10.
Yeah, it was. We missed the window. We very much missed it.
I'm with you. I think that the whole like eating Thanksgiving feast like once a year is just kind of stupid. So I go to Perkins and they have a Butterball like meal that you can get.
Just on the regular?
Yeah, they have it every night.
There you go.
And this year I probably eat it like 3 or 4 times. I needed a little comfort this year.
Yeah, there you go.
About July, I was like, you know what? I really need a turkey. So yeah, you can always go and do that. You don't have to make a big meal.
You don't.
Because the worst part of the big meal is the cleanup.
I mean, it's a group effort at my house. I mean, that's laid out early. Like, we're going to have a group effort here, guys. We're all just going to jump in and get it knocked out.
Yeah.
So, and it works out pretty well for us.
I'm one of those people that I'm like, I will load the dishwasher and I will run it. And if I have to do it like 5 times, that's just what has to happen. But I am not standing here washing all these dishes by hand.
And that is fair. If that works, then that works. I love it. I love it.
Thanksgiving for me is more of a marathon.
There you go. There you go. Well, it does feel like a marathon. I mean, the whole day and the day after. I mean, it's a marathon. You've got football to watch if that's your thing.
Right.
You've got early online shopping to do because Black Friday is the next day. You've got all the food. You've got all the family and friends or whatever the case may be. So it is a marathon. That's a great way to put it.
Do you have a particular like beverage, like wine or something that you think is very Thanksgiving-y?
Well, I don't know very Thanksgiving-y, but I'm a wine lover in general.
Okay.
Wine is something I am very interested in from a learning how it's produced and learning how it's fermented. I mean, it's very, very interesting to me because there's a lot of wine that you can drink it and it tastes good, but if you pair it with the right food, then it tastes completely different and it makes the food taste completely different and they just elevate each other. Yeah. So I am a big fan of wine.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of things out there that say, you know, if you're eating white meat, you need to have white wine. If you're eating red meat, you need to have red wine. I'm not so sure I subscribe to all that. I'm a big fan of drink what you like, eat what you like.
Yeah.
But I do think that there is a lot of proof saying this complements this and this complements that. So just depending on whatever the food is, then I'll do a little research and pick something out.
So do you have a perfect wine to pair with turkey? Is it a white wine, a Chardonnay?
So I would probably pair like a Sauvignon Blanc with a turkey. I prefer Sauvignon Blanc to Chardonnay. Have no problems with Chardonnay. I'll drink it. It's good. But to me, it's a little bit lighter. And with the turkey, I usually have gravy and some heavy sides. So it just kind of balances each other out to me.
Nice. Very cool. I know this isn't Thanksgiving related, but you also do some fun stuff with the country club.
Yes.
To schedule a couple of like pop-up special nights. Do you have any of those coming up for the end of the year? Or?
So we do have one coming up. The date is tentative still, so we haven't released it yet. But Taryn Lyles and I are very good friends, and we have a friend in Oklahoma City named Greg Horton who he's a food writer in Oklahoma City. I've been friends with Greg for years. And he started doing this chef series in Oklahoma City where it was to help local chefs get dishes that they wanted to create that necessarily weren't associated with their restaurants, but to give them some creative control and do a small tasting menu on an evening where they didn't need to be at the restaurant. And it'll help them make a little more money. It'll help promote the restaurant. It'll help everybody in general. Yeah. So Taryn and I went, and Taryn's husband, Paul, we went to a couple of these. And then we just thought, why couldn't we take this on the road? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people in Ponca City who may be interested in this that don't necessarily have the ability to travel to Oklahoma City for dinner on a Tuesday, you know, given schedules and work and price the gas and, you know. So we worked with Greg and have had quite a few of these at the Ponca City Country Club, and they have just been phenomenal. And the chefs that have come to Ponca City from Oklahoma City have had nothing but positives to say about our community, which is fantastic to hear. We recently had Chef Jeff Chanchaloom from Mater and Bar Sen in Oklahoma City, and he's a 3-time James Beard nominee, semifinalist. I mean, he's phenomenal, and he came and did a dinner. We've had Chef Jesse Gomez, who is the executive chef for Chef Kevin Lee from the Food Network. Kevin Lee has a couple restaurants in Oklahoma City, and Chef Jesse is the one that keeps everything together while Chef Kevin is, you know, he's a celebrity chef, so he's fantastic, but doing his own thing. And so Jesse's been able to come and do a couple meals. We're going to have another one with him coming up soon. So
very cool.
It's been a lot of fun. You
can follow their Facebook page, correct? The Country Club's Ponca City Country Club.
Yes.
You can follow their Facebook page. You guys always announce it.
Yes.
Is that open to everybody or just members?
We have had it open to everybody. Every single one we've done, we've had it open to the public.
Yeah, so you can check that out and check out some cool, fun stuff. And well, Amy, this has been fun. I hope you've had a great time.
I have had a great time. How can you not have fun talking about food?
Right,
really?
That's how I feel. Like, how can you not, especially, you know, holidays or whatever. I love talking about food all the time. So definitely follow Amy on Food Crush on Instagram and Facebook. Check her out every month in Ponca City Monthly. And I hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving. And Amy, I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in. And we'll see you back next week.